Hi, welcome to Bar Cart Bookshelf, a video series about books and the drinks they inspire. My name is Elias, and today we're talking about The Death of Jane Lawrence by Caitlin Starling. It's the last Tuesday in October, and with Halloween just around the corner, I can think of no better book to round out our spooky season series than The Death of Jane Lawrence. It's a gothic horror set in a not quite Victorian England, where a young woman, Jane, enters into a marriage of convenience with the local doctor. She'll take care of the accounting, run the surgery, and in exchange she'll have a freedom to her life that she would be unable to have as an unmarried woman. The only rule that her new husband, Augustine, places on the marriage is that she never spend the night at his ancestral family home outside of town, Lindridge Hall. But of course, this being a gothic horror novel, before too long a storm and a mudslide drive her back to the mansion and to the mysteries that wait within. From there, she finds herself drawn to unraveling the mysteries of the house and the secrets that she never expected to find in her new husband. And the book has this truly wonderful quality to it as she chooses again and again to investigate and chooses again and again to be drawn into the world of her husband and the world of the house that he has really shaped through his actions before meeting her. There's magic that is tied to the number 0, influenced by calculus. There are groups of magicians who are drawing on the tradition of the Golden Dawn and Rosicrucians, a real rare treat in a lot of speculative fiction these days. And for the finale, this grand sort of final act, the book descends into a sort of fever dream of hallucination and reality where she doesn't quite know what's happening and doesn't quite know if she has agency. And everything is delightfully hypnotic and disconcerting. It was truly a wonderful book to read for the Halloween season and for autumn. And so I'm very excited to get to share this book with you all and to share the drink that it inspired. Our drink today is called A Dream of Blood, and it is influenced by some of the flavors that the characters enjoy in the course of the novel, and also by the fact that this is a sort of medical horror, magical horror. There's a bit of blood involved, and so we are going to get some really fun things out of that. So we're going to start with our base spirit. I've got an Armagnac here, a French brandy. You don't see it in cocktails quite as often as you do cognac, but it's a little more assertive. It's got a little more of a bite to it, not quite as mellow, and so it adds a lot of character. We're going to get an ounce of that in there. That's there. Middle to upper class people, and so they are drinking brandy at several points throughout the novel. So we've got an ounce of our Armagnac in the mixing glass. We're going to get then an ounce of sweet vermouth. This is the channel favorite Carpano Antica formula. It's got a nice spiced quality to it, a real richness and depth of flavor. I'm going to bring those red notes in. Excellent. And we'll get an ounce of that as well. Then, to get our second red ingredient, we've got Grenadine, the homemade Grenadine that I use with a sort of caramelized molasses quality to it, to the pomegranate. And we're going to get a half an ounce of that. Wonderful. Looking nice and dark and rich. And then to balance things out, to bring just a bit of brightness, I've got the lemon cordial that I made earlier this fall. It's a really fun ingredient to play with. I've had a lot of fun trying different recipes out with it. and it adds all of that brightness of the citrus, but a richer depth of flavor because of the lemon oils that were used in making it from the peels. So it works really well for these sort of cooler weather drinks. And we'll get half an ounce of that in there just to balance things out. Excellent. And so now we've got all of our ingredients in our mixing glass. As usual, we'll add our ice last. Get that in there. It is just such a wonderful book. Jane is intelligent, clever, good with numbers. She's using this sort of logical part of her brain to work with the seemingly incredibly illogical magic of the world, and is proving herself in short order to be far more competent in navigating the terrors of this world than her new husband, Augustine. We're going to want to stir this for about 20 seconds. Just get all of those ingredients married in together. Wonderful. Then take our julep strainer, that vintage clamshell from 1224, our usual strainer, hit the hitch on the edge, and strain into our mixing glass. Nice, rich, sort of velvety textures from stirring, from that vermouth and brandy. Just wonderful, wonderful. We've got a great color. And then finally, we're going to garnish that with just another small red note in the form of a Luxardo cherry. Those rich, dark cherries that you'll use as a garnish for a Manhattan, for example. We'll get that just down in there. It's going to add another red note, as I said, and will be a nice little sweet treat at the very end of the drink. And so there you have it, A Dream of Blood, a stirred cocktail in honor of the death of Jane Lawrence. The book is available now. I highly recommend it. I had such a wonderful time reading it. I hope that I get to revisit the world of Jane Lawrence again soon. So go out and buy the book so we all get to. As always, please remember to like and subscribe. Try the drink, let me know what you think. And until next time, cheers.